I'm Jill Schlesinger from CBS MoneyWatch. The Labor Department jobs report is out. April, we added 115,000 jobs, and the rate dropped down to 8.1%. I'm with Jack Otter, the executive editor. Jack, is this as bad as it seems?
In a word, yes.
Oh.
It absolutely is bad. This is not nearly the growth that we need just to get back to where we were, say, 5 or 6 years ago with full employment. It would take 4 years at least at this number. We need twice this to really get what we need.
But we have made progress. I mean, we've added like 3.75 million jobs since employment bottomed out in the beginning of 2010. But we also find ourselves shy, 5 million jobs shy of where we were before the recession started. What accounts for that?
Well, part of it could be interpreted as good news. The government is shrinking. In this report today, 130,000 private sector jobs were added. You see 115 because the government shed 15,000 jobs. But the really striking statistic for me was the Bureau of Labor Statistics said that there were 2.2 million construction jobs lost in the recession, and only 95,000 of those have returned.
Wow, so it really does go back to housing, which is really the core of the crisis at this point.
Yeah, and who expects them to come back quickly? I mean, obviously we built more houses than we needed during the bubble years. It's not as if people are banging down their doors to get more work now, so this is going to be a slow slog to come out of this.
And it looks like the research says that when we have an asset bubble, like a housing boom, that's fueled by a credit bubble that completely wipes everyone out, it takes 7 to 10 years. It's now our 5th year. Do you think it's going to be 7 years or 10 years, Jack?
Gosh, I'll say eeny, meeny, miny, mo 7. I think there is some demand that's out there that we'll eventually see, but it's going to be slow. And of course, the big question is, was this really weather related? You know, that's what sort of the glass half full people are saying, was that there were jobs added in January and February. We got great numbers, but those were just pulled forward from April and May.
So we have to wait to see. And in fact, we're at 200,000 jobs a month for the first 4 months of the year, which would actually
on average,
which would be a decent number. But if we're trending in the wrong direction in the next couple of months, that would be a big disappointment. Again, if we see resurgence, if things heat up again, that would be really good. We just got to wait. We're not good at being patient, Jack.
I know, it's really painful to see. And you almost wish it would be negative, so then we'd know that it was really bad. You can't quite tell. I mean, one interesting stat was that in leisure and hospitality, over 50,000 jobs were added in the winter, which is very unusual. In this report, only 12,000 were added, and you'd expect 35,000 or so. So that is some evidence that, you know, people got out in that great weather, and so they went to restaurants and they went to clubs, and so that was why you saw that hiring.
Well, so meanwhile, we'll just be waiting. We'll be following the data for you on CBS News. Keep it tuned right here.